Well, hey everybody, it's Paul. Welcome to my channel. You know, people are always busy nowadays. I know I am. So trying to find simple, easy to put together meals that everybody loves can be a challenge, but I've got one today that it has a lot of different ingredients, but the saving grace is you just put it together so easy, and the bonus is everybody seems to love it. So for this, I'm talking kind of like thinking like if you've ever been to Taco Bell and got their Nacho Bel Grande, like a nice nacho dip. So for that, number one, you gotta have some chips. Now you can go with store-bought. Of course, I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I do like the Tostito ones, and they have a bunch of different types. Or you can make your own. This is fun too. We do this quite a bit. You cut these like with a pizza cutter, and they'll be shaped like triangles, just like the Tostito brands, but they smell good and they're easy to do, fast, and you get a bunch of them. So I just thought I'd run through a few of the things that I use that you're probably going to want to have on hand if you're going to do this. And starting with, let's say, some salsa, some refried beans, and I also like some black beans too. Obviously not mandatory, but to go with the salsa to make it just a little bit more substantive, a little chunky, but these have some nice kick into them too because it's got the jalapenos. Of course, you gotta have a tub or two of sour cream, some cheese dip, and I like some cheddar for sprinkling. Not everybody loves guacamole, but I do. And of course some olives. But I'm going to start with some seasoned beef, and a pound if you like a lot, 2 pounds, you know. But I like to put some seasoning into it. Makes it really easy to do. You can use a fajita, you can use taco, whatever suits your fancy. You can have plain beef, that's good too. It'll all kind of mix together. That's the beauty of the thing. It all mixes together and it is just delish. You know, there's hardly a dish that you can find that will be more widely accepted and loved, cherished, especially if you've got kids, than like a nacho dip. And I'll tell you, surprisingly, it is filling. And the best part is it makes for good leftovers. So I'm going to brown and season some beef, and then we'll put all the ingredients together and see how it turns out. All right, so the size of the dish is not that important. Here I've got my seasoned beef, and I want to make sure that I've got a good covering on the base. After that, it doesn't matter if you've got a complete layer perfect, you know, it's more forgiving. But you really want like a good layer on the base. Okay. And, you know, we're not splitting the atom here. We don't have to be precise. So I thought what I typically like to do is start with the hot, temperature-wise things, the hot things, and then just go up into your cold things. So this is just 1 can of refried beans, and it doesn't have to be perfect all around because we are also going to supplement with our black beans. So we should have pretty good coverage. Take it all around. Now we've got some black bean. Of course, all this is optional. If you don't care for it, don't put it in. Very simple. I heated these, drained them, heated them, you know, the usual procedure. And to make sure it all kind of gets around, just push it down a little bit. And that's going to make one whole can in there. Okay, now we'll put some of our liquid cheese here. Can't beat that. That is liquid gold. Yummy, yummy. Now here we've got our guacamole. And we're just going to try to dab that around. I'm not going to even attempt to get perfect level, even coverage. It'll all kind of mix around in the cheese. Not everybody likes guacamole, obviously, so if you don't, it's not mandatory. That's what's nice about this. You add and delete what you like and don't like. And that is one dish. But then now look, yummy. So far so good, right? You guys can let me know what you like, dislike. See what I mean? It all about covers it more or less. You get a proper towering dish full. Now we've got some sour cream. Yummy. I'd say that's probably enough. Looking pretty good. You can always do more or less, of course. Now this is like the last substantive thing I'm putting in it. You'll notice I got cubed up tomatoes and mixing it with the salsa. Of course, we're not using all this. No way. This we want it to just have a nice coverage because we're getting close to the top of what will be seen. That has all kinds of goodness in it. And those cubed tomatoes, they will liven it up. They got those jalapenos. You see the little pepper seeds in there. They're for real. That's the real deal. Those Those will definitely liven it up. Now, I like to put a little green onion on top. Some people don't like that. I like to put some olives on top. Some people don't like that, obviously. So I added a few little green onions as a garnish, and I'm doing the same with a little bit of cut up green olives. Traditionally, people use black olives, but unfortunately, a lot of the black olive cans and jars or whatever have a peanut warning on them, so that's a no-go for us. So green it is. Anyways, you can adjust how much you use or don't use, of course. That's what it's looking like. And before I lose all my sunlight, which has pretty much already happened, we always say the proof is in the pudding, so let's dig down and try to get... Oh, see, I didn't even get to the bottom of the meat, and I know it's down there. Look at it. Oh boy. Here goes a taste. Still perfectly warm down there too. Just a kaleidoscope of flavors. I don't know how you could get it much better. I mean, all the spices, all the season, all the flavors come together. Very savory, just delicious. If you guys try it, and I know there's a lot of ingredients to it, but it is so easy once you got it all to put it together, and it's so good, and it can last. It's a no-brainer. So let me know what you think. From my house to yours. Till next time, we'll see yous. Just so good. So good.